have had these before.
This doesn't look like a deer there.
All done.
That's where I get when I say Celtic Lassie.
Hi friends. So today I thought I'd kind of do an older style video with you and do a Sunday reset. I haven't done one of these in a while. So today is all about getting the house reset and back to order so it's nice and fresh for the week. So it's probably around lunchtime actually now, so it's the wrong time to be doing this, but we're headed out to get groceries and then we'll come home and we have a to-do list to do, and I'll kind of take you through the day and kind of give you some motivation to have your week set up. So we spent a little bit in groceries for this week, and some of it's for next week, of course, and that, but we got that done. My least favorite job is putting it all away. We picked these potato chips up. We saw them at Sobeys. Let me know if you have had these before. They're a Canadian brand, the Humble Potato Chip. They're organic, but they also have like, they're gluten-free, which is sometimes hard to find. So we haven't had them anymore. They're in like the health food section of the store. You can call, you know, potato chip health food, but it's that area of the store. So we tried some hot honey mustard and smoky barbecue. We've never had them before, but if you had them, let me know what you think. This I found kind of exciting, if you call finding gluten-free pasta exciting, but I've never seen in the Great Value brand, or actually in any gluten-free brand here, where we live in the valley, or anywhere actually in Nova Scotia, the tagliatelle nests. So I've been avoiding any recipe that called for the tagliatelle nests, because we can't get it gluten-free, and we have to have gluten-free pasta in this house because of an allergy. So when I saw that, I was like, what? Where did that come from? So we picked up a box, and now I can make something with them. But if you've had them before, because maybe they were, you know, normal where you are, and you've tried them, let me know how they are. All right, so it's been a little bit. Groceries are away. We're just gonna start making some supper. So I think I'm gonna do like a barbecue chicken. So we have this cauliflower pizza crusts here. These came from Sterling's Farm Market. They sell them there, and they're pretty good. And then we had picked these up here. These are the Pinty's Eat Well chicken strips, and they're gluten-free. Sorry, that was probably loud. Yeah, Pinty's Eat Well chicken strips, and they're gluten-free. So, and they're actually pretty good. So I'm gonna put a few chicken strips on here, and I'm gonna pre-cook it, and then I'm gonna prep the pizzas and then get them in the oven. I think we're just gonna do chicken, and I might get some pineapple and some peppers, and then just put some cheese on top. So pizza's done, and it's got a little extra crispy. It hasn't even been in that long. It's just this oven of ours is just way too hot. Like, you have to almost reduce it by 25 to 50 degrees, and then the cooking time by sometimes close to half, just because sometimes it can be really, really hot. So anyway, I'm sure with some extra barbecue sauce, it will taste just fine. So the next thing on my to-do list for my reset is I want to do the Halloween treats. So I have fond memories, and I think it's fitting today, of doing treat bags with my grandmother. She used to love doing the treat bags up and getting them ready for the trick-or-treaters. And she passed away 12 years ago today. So, and I miss her a lot. Never really fully got over it, but anyway. So I'm going to do the treat bags. We always used to do them in advance. So I think it's fitting that I do them today. So I don't know how many we're going to get for trick-or-treaters. We're new here. We are in an apartment building, so I'm not sure if there's going to be a lot, but there is kids
in the complex. So I put a little thing outside to show that you can come knock on our door, because usually you turn on the like, porch lights or something, but we don't have anything like that. So I'm going to just, I have a little pumpkin that I got the other day at the dollar store, and you can it has a light in it, like a tea light in it, and I can light that up. And so I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to have this little cat and pumpkin felt thing. I stuck it on the wall and then it fell down. So I have to find a like thumbtack to stick it into the wall to make it stay. And so I'll have that kind of up there so people can see that if they want to come trick-or-treating, it's kind of like, you can knock on our door. So we might not get any trick-or-treaters just because it's in an apartment building, but we might get a couple. So I'm not going to go all crazy and out. I have no idea how many we're going to get. So anyway, I have some of these treat bags. I've got them, I think, from the dollar store years ago. So these are some of the leftover ones I have. I got into the cheeses already. I was just craving like some sweet, salty snack the other day. So there was 14 originally, so there is 12 left in these. So I'm just going to do 12 bags up. And I picked up a few things. I got some Skittles here. Rob's been into them. I picked up some of this Kit Kats. I get Kit Kats, the Halloween kind. To be honest, I don't really like these ones. As you can see, we tried them, or I tried them, but I'd rather just have the mini Kit Kats than the Halloween one, because it's just little bits of like the Kit Kat part, like the wafer in around chocolate, and it doesn't taste the same. So anyway, we have those anyway. I'm sure some kids that will want it just for the chocolate will be great. I also have some Mars bars and some Twix. So we'll have a nice little variety. So I'll probably put a Twix and a Mars bar and a Kit Kat and a Skittles all in a bag, and then we'll have the cheesies together. So that's what I'm actually going to work on now, so I can get them all in here and ready to go. And then after that, I'll probably have to clean the kitchen. All done. So I've got 12 of them filled, and then my cheesies, so I'm good to go. There was one Skittle packet left, so give them to Rob. As I said, we might, and I'm taking a Mars bar. Now we do have some more like Mars bars and Twix, and I think there's a couple of Kit Kat in there as well. I put 2 Kit Kat in each one of these little bags. So I can do little mini handing out bars and stuff if we end up having more than 12, but I don't think we're going to have more than 12. So we'll have to see. But anyway, so that is all ready. So I'm going to go put them away. I'm going to enjoy my little Mars bar. And I think I have to go clean my kitchen now. So it's the next day. I couldn't finish my to-do list last night just because it was getting a little bit too late for some of the other tasks on my list because they involved noise. So currently right now, I am hanging some photos and artwork that I needed to put up that have been just waiting to go up for a while. And so I'm doing that. And the other thing I have to do is I have to vacuum this floor and mop it. And then I have a rug. And that was what I bought. If you remember, stay tuned to what I got way back in the spring. We were at the bay when it was closing down in the liquidation sale. So this is what I picked up, and I was very excited to pick up. So I picked up this gorgeous rug. I just absolutely love the colors in it. And I think it was originally around $500 or something like that, and I paid $50 for it, brand new. And so I absolutely loved it. I have not put this down yet. I haven't put it down because everything has been still moving around and all of that. But I really want to put that down today. So that's also in my to-do list. So I have hung up, you can see me there in the reflection. I have hung up that photo. It's a photo my dad took. And to me, it looks like a fairy in disguise, because doesn't it look like a deer there? And fairies tend to do that. They'll kind of try to blend into the landscape so you don't notice them. So anyway, I had that to put up. I used to just have it on a shelf in the other place, but I have it up on the wall there. This is kind of my little gallery wall above my desk. So things are a little bit disarray. That's my grandma and myself, and that was my last year of university, I believe it was. First year, last year university. Can't remember, somewhere in there somewhere, but that was me and my grandma. And so I have the cardinal, the Irish blessing that I had picked up when we went to a garage sale or a yard sale in the spring. That is a photograph of Cape Breton. I believe it's near Smoky. That's just another pretty print. And then of course that little, I call it the fairy photograph. And this art print I find is so cool. It reminds me of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, doesn't it? It's hard to see here, but there's all kinds of dragons hidden right throughout it, and I absolutely love it. I bought this like years ago, like years and years ago, at the Christmas craft sale at the Forum, Christmas at the Forum in Halifax. And I absolutely love it. It was in my kitchen, and I think I'm going to put it back in the kitchen because that's kind of where I have some wall space right now. And I've got these photographs here, and this is actually my grandfather. So right here, that's my grandfather in the middle. And his t-shirt says Haniel Shean Celtic, and then below you just can't read it. Haniel Shean Celtic Risha Gaelic Vor. So nothing compares to the great Gaelic. So that's where I get when I say Celtic Lassie, is because I was raised by my grandparents, my grandfather, my grandmother. His first language was Gaelic. We're descended from Barra Gaels. And so I do have that connection, and I used to live in Scotland as well. And next to him is Maxie McNeil, another tradition bearer. And then down here, we've got Jimmy Coleman, which is, I can't translate Coleman for you. And then you've got Jamie McNeil and Seamus Watson, and sadly all of these people have passed away. So, and my grand aunt Joan I see right in there, and Mary Jane Lamond is actually right there. She's a well-known Gaelic singer, very, very big through the 1990s and early 2000s, when like that Celtic rock phase went through. She did that hit Sleepy Maggie with Ashley McIsaac that kind of blew up. And my grandfather would have been one of the people that taught her Gaelic songs, as well as Maxie and Jimmy Coleman and Jamie and Jim Watson and a lot of these older Gaelic tradition bearers. So all the pictures are up. That was the last one on this wall that I put up. So I obviously have some space for something to go there, but I'm not going to rush to fill it. And I put this one here too above the doorway. Please don't look at the fact that it's not centered. Isn't this beautiful? Like, lions are my favorite animal, but this is absolutely gorgeous. This is a print on stretched canvas by Guy Hobbs, who is an artist. He's currently living, I believe, outside Lunenburg somewhere.
But I did a story on him years ago when I was working for sort of like a news sort of type show, magazine type show, and I did a story on him, and he gave me this. And I absolutely loved it. And then I bought this, and I will show it to you when I get it from behind here. But this is like, I think, Pride of Peace, or I can't remember what it's called, but that's another print of his, and it's two wolves. Clearly I put this up before I built this bookcase, so it's going to get moved. I just can't reach it at the moment. So up here on this wall, which is above the bookcase, that's where I'm going to put the lion and put the wolves when I get the wolves moved. But I'm just going to need assistance to do that because I can't reach the wolves at the moment, and I think it'll be I'm too short to get above the bookcase at the moment. All right, floor's been vacuumed, mopped, and now dry. So I'm going to go put this down. Rob's going to help me, and we'll see how it turns out once it's finished. All right, so here's the after. The rug is finally on the floor. I absolutely love it. I just love that color blue. It is so, so pretty. There's a little bit of close-up on the pattern there. So pretty. It's not the perfect size for this. It should be like another, I would say, foot longer, at least. But a foot longer and then maybe a foot down, I think is probably more the size to use, but you get what you get. And I really loved this, and they didn't have it in a bigger size. I would have gotten it in a bigger size if they had it. But anyway, that is it there. And I had those boxes there before for Penny, and I'm going to go through them this week. So we moved the trunk that was here, and we just moved it over here, and so she can, and her bed was on it anyway. So hopefully that'll be okay for her. I feel bad, but we do need to go through these boxes and figure things out. So anyway, so we have a nice little space here finally with the rug, and I'm happy about that. So that's where I'm going to leave this video today. Thank you so much for watching, friends. Stay safe and be well, and I'll see you in the next video.